Hey everyone, I'm here with a quick story on Diddy. The latest lawsuit that he has, and he has many because I think this one is number 9, is this Adria English. I'm gonna call her Miss English, so I'm not mispronouncing her first name. So Miss English, okay, ex-porn star said that Diddy sex trafficked her, exploited her at his legendary white parties, and as a result, she's traumatized, she has intimacy issues and bad memories. So now she's suing him. But in addition to that, many people want to interview her, and she has interview demands. Okay. If you want to interview her, you got to get a first class flight. That's if you want to do it in person and not via a StreamYard or something like that. You need to give her a first class flight for her and her husband. You need to get flights for her lawyers. I mean, her list goes on and on and on. Now, here's my thing with this particular lady. Okay, so Miss English, you're traumatized. You're suing him because you're traumatized. You're suing him because you have these bad memories and you have intimacy issues. But yet you want to do an interview tour and you got demands like an A-list star to come and do an interview. So, and you're doing these interviews before you even see one day in court against Diddy. Make that make sense. But let's go ahead and get into the story. I believe, and this is just what I believe, silence is golden. Speak after your case is over with Diddy and not before, because anything you say in these interviews can and will be used against you. So let me go up to the beginning of this title here. Ex-porn star suing Diddy makes A-list level demands for the first tell-all interview. Well, did she not tell it all with Tasha K? Because she did an interview with Tasha K. Now, I believe the interview that she did with Tasha K was put on Tasha K's site. I'm not a member of that particular site, but Tasha K, she always throw a snippet on her YouTube channel, and the snippet is there. So this won't be the first tell all. I mean, it's the second or the third, but we'll carry on. The ex-porn star accusing Diddy of sexual assault and sex trafficking is now in hot demand for an interview. But to land it, someone will have to fulfill an insanely long list of demands, TMZ has learned. We broke the story. Well, the story was kind of broken before they did it, but okay. Maybe they broke the story about the lawsuit, but again, like I said, before I even heard about it in the media, so to speak, she did an interview with Tasha K. So Miss English filed her bombshell lawsuit last week, and not shockingly, she was immediately flooded with interview requests. And sources involved in the negotiations tell us such requests came from podcast personality Dominic Nettie. We're told the response Dominic's team got from Miss English attorneys was a series of demands we typically see A-list artists make while on tour. A Miss English team high expectations before agreeing to an interview include 2 first-class flights from LA to New York for herself and her husband, and also 2 separate flights for her attorneys. The list, it continues with the flights, although the flights aren't that crazy, but there's so much more. Miss English will also require a 2-night stay in a 4-star hotel, preferably with breakfast included. Before the interview begins, she wants hair, makeup, and wardrobe services from specific vendors, plus meals and snacks throughout the day of shooting. Our sources say the list was too much for Dominic, who backed out of the, and I hate when it does that. Hold on one second. Who backed out of the Miss English sweepstakes. No word yet on whether any other outlet is biting. But Miss English does sit down. But if Miss English does sit down, she could have plenty of tea to spill. Well, she already spilled her tea. Okay, now to be clear, Miss English attorney Ariel Mitchell Kidd tells us her client did not personally make the demands. They were made by Miss English team. Well, when you have a team, your team speaks on your behalf. So what is the lawyer talking about? Miss English also describes, the lawyer also describes the list as standard industry requests. So Miss English can tell her story in a comfortable environment. I mean, well, did she request it or did someone else? Okay. She adds, everyone is making money off her story. So she was given options by her team. And this is the list they came up with. There was more on the list, but it was chopped down to be essentials only for a first interview. But it's not her first interview. As we first reported, Miss English stated she endured emotional trauma, including intimacy issues and painful memories as a result of Diddy allegedly sex trafficking her during his legendary white parties. And so my thing is, she endured emotional trauma, including intimacy issues and painful memories. So she wants to continue to go around and do an interview tour to bring up all of these painful memories and talk about these stories before she even has a day in court, where they're probably going to really, drag out of her everything that they can to see if what she is saying is true and truly did happen between her and Diddy at these white, legendary white parties. And when I mean between her and Diddy, I don't mean that them two physically. I mean that Diddy did what she is saying that he did to her. So why would you go on any interview before that? I don't know. It just sounds crazy to me. According to her attorney, whatever money Miss English has is being used for the litigation, and she doesn't have an abundance of means to conduct press, so she can conduct it for free. And she can conduct it, tell them, listen, I can't fly nowhere. I don't feel like flying nowhere. Let's do this via StreamYard. Let's do this virtually. That is an option. Her lawyer went on to put it in biblical terms, telling us we have limited financial sources to bring a billionaire to justice, but just like David, sometimes a little is enough. Listen, this is insane, but this is her lawyer. Okay, one of them, because she has two. So they're focused on the fact that this man is a billionaire. And to me, I wouldn't care if he had millions, billions, or a nickel to his name. If someone did something so egregious to me, I would want justice. And I would want justice in the court of law, right? Not just to sue this man so that I can get civil money, right, from a civil lawsuit, but I would want to see if there was any information that I had that can help bring criminal charges against him, so that no other young person or even older person will suffer the same fate that I have suffered. Listen, I wish this young lady luck, but I feel like there's a little holes in her story. I feel like she's not focused on really the end game that I think she should be focused on if she's as traumatized as she says she is. Listen, you can do like the young lady who got pow pow between the eyes, and said Diddy did it. Now, the difference with that young lady, she cannot do a civil suit because she was already paid money by Diddy, via a civil suit for the wrongdoing. So right now, she's trying to fight for them to do criminal justice against him as being the one that actually pow-powed her. So this particular young lady, I'm sure the statute of limitations have run out on any criminal charges that can be brought against him, but maybe there's some information that can help bring criminal charges, not for her personally, but for something else. Anyway, this little interview tour that she wants to do with these demands of a 4-star hotel and all of this, I'm giving her the side eye. But let me know if y'all giving her the side eye too. Or you feel like, no, Diva, I'm off. You're off. Let me know. Anyway, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit the like button, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.